afternoon, YouTube. Welcome back once again to Fat Cat Collections. Today, guys, got another men's grooming product, and that is another product by Kensen. I've worked with them now for a couple weeks, and they sent me 3 products. My original agreement with them, they wanted to send one of their body shavers or their hair clippers. I said great, but depending on the product, sometimes I'll require a few more products or a review fee for certain items. Remember, although my videos are pretty basic and they are in some cases, really very simple, right? Unedited. It is still time consuming by the time I'm done, recording it, transferring the file, uploading it. So in this case, they went ahead and sent me a couple different products. And so this one here is their upgraded body groomer showerproof trimmer, blah blah blah, right? So the first one they sent me, they actually went ahead and sent me the wrong product, and I am a stickler when it comes to agreements. If you say you will do something, you must do it. No exceptions. That's the agreement. Just like I uphold my end of the bargain, companies need to uphold theirs as well, and I make sure they do. So they went ahead and sent me one that was different. Although the one they sent me was actually an upgraded model, I wanted the one that we agreed upon. So they were nice enough, again, to resend or send another shaver, and I'm glad they did, because this is a little bit different than the other body shaver. I will feature that one in a different video down the road. But what I like about this one, and there's the box, you guys don't have to see more. So you guys might be saying, body trimmer, what? They all are pretty simple, right? There's not really a lot of difference between these things, but I like this one a lot. Now, if you are a bodybuilder or you're a guy who, hairy dude like myself, right? Everywhere that I don't want it, not like where I could really use more on my head, right? But anyway, I generally, as a watch wearer, having kind of, hair on my arms, everybody's different. You may not bother you, but for me, it constantly pinches where my watch is. So I generally will shave the hair off my arms. And I work out quite a bit. I've always been removing body hair for a long time. Ladies probably appreciate it. Everybody's different, but you may not be that way, and that's fine. But for me, I can't stand. I'm just itchy and just Some people say, "Oh, you shave, you get itchy." I'm the opposite. So this is a great product for me. Now, one thing that I want to mention with this and why I like this, I think the main reason I like this particular product. They give you a bag, right? That's great. But they give you 2 different heads. So these are very similar, but what I like about this more than anything, and some people will be a little bit torn on this, is that this is actually powered by a AA battery. So a lot of times when it comes to shavers, they last a really long time, especially for the price point, if they are rechargeable, whether it be USB-C, micro USB, they're great, and I'm not knocking that stuff. But it is really nice to have one that I'm never going to have to worry about the battery failing. So I kind of consider this almost like a backup. So I have the other shaver. They all work. I've had great luck with every shaver that any company's ever sent me. But I like the fact that I don't have to charge this. I can just use this with a AA battery. And there's something to be said for that, because sometimes, when the batteries fail, if let's just say you get something like this and you use it every now and then, and you let it, the battery run down, you destroy the battery. And then once you destroy the battery, if you're handy, you can take it apart and, resolder a new one in there. But in all honesty, the problem with that is that the batteries for these things a lot of times cost more than the actual shaver. So this is only 19 bucks, shipped with Prime, and you get 15% off it with the coupon they got going now. So absolutely fantastic value. When you want to replace the battery, it just pops in the cradle right there, and you just basically twist the case on, and you're good to go. I mean, pretty straightforward. It does have a little cover, protect the blades. There it is on. And what I like about this is you have actually 2 what I would consider zero guard hair clippers on each side, a slightly pivoting head, and then you have kind of like your standard mesh shaver, or like any of the other face shavers, basically. And what's cool about this is that this will shave in both directions. So when you go ahead and use this, just go back and forth, obviously, right? Nothing rocket science about it, but it allows you to kind of get different angles on your body. It gets the skin really smooth, but it also to allow this thing to get your skin really smooth, not get clogged up, having those you know, front and back clippers on there to take it down to a zero guard first is great. It's kind of a one-stop shopping, so to speak, razor. You know, if you have a really large beard or something like that, you're going to shave that right off. This allows you to do it pretty much in one swipe. You don't have to trim it off first. You use a clipper, two different tools. It's really a two-in-one. You're getting a razor, you're getting a smooth skin razor, and of course, or a no-guard razor, so to speak, and then basically 2 hair clippers. So I will state that the other one they sent me is basically the same thing, but you can recharge it. I found that one of the clippers pinches you. So if you do get one like that, send it back, swap it out with Amazon, get a refund. If this came from Amazon, I would have swapped it out already. Because when you go with this one, if you go in either direction, nothing's pinching you. With the other one that I have, when you go in the opposite direction, it kind of pinches. And I can only assume that there's just something wrong with the blades. Maybe they're a little dull, defective, not really sure. But, you know, it'll still get used in the one direction, but this one works perfectly. So if you want to change the head, you basically just twist the top here, like so. Pop the other head on there. And this head is very similar to your standard, you know, hair clipper. You can see the blades actually going back and forth, just like your standard, like kind of, you know, hair clipper with a guard or whatnot. But with this, it actually gets it down to the skin, like really close to the skin. So this is great, I would think, for kind of like areas that maybe the round head can't get. Not 100% sure, but when I use this on my arm here, I have a little bit of peach fuzz. I can see, you guys can't see. It does a great job in getting the skin really smooth. So another great guard. Again, I don't know if it's really as necessary because you're kind of getting, you know, the same thing on this one. But one thing I do notice is that if you have the holes on this here, I don't know if you can see this, or the screen, it's really, the holes are really small. Now, I'm sure that most people's hair will fit through that, but, you know, I have pretty coarse beard hair, and I have pretty coarse hair everywhere but my head, right? So, you know, something like this, it may not get some of that hair, so I think that they just give you the extra attachment because this has got a much larger screen on the front. You probably can't see by the video, but if you have pretty coarse hair, wherever that may be on your body, this is definitely going to be able to get that a little bit easier. I think that's the idea in that. So either way, you know, like I said, fantastic. Like the fact it works at a AA, and the price. I mean, you really can't beat. You know, $20 with 15% off. That's incredible. You know, you're getting it for what? Those are 16, 17 bucks. Fantastic product. It is a, now they do mention here on the listing that it's a ball shaver. So ladies, you can use it too. I know you don't have the balls. I mean, I guess it depends. But the point is that anybody can use this. It's not just for men, although it is marketed for men. But you know, it's great for the groin area. Any place on your body, you got hair, you can remove it with this. I'm not going to insult your intelligence by reading you all the areas that you can use this. Okay, ladies. So, that's about it. 1-year warranty. It says here 1 AA battery can be used for 2 months. An IPX, it's an important one. Waterproofing. I like to say water resistance because nothing's really waterproof. You know, something like this though, I find, you know, using something like this in a shower, you know, I think that this actually makes it more difficult to shave if it's wet. You know, there are shavers that I would use in the shower, like for instance, some of the ones that have the blade that's like the round, like Norelco style blades, where you almost kind of shave in a circular motion. I use one of those in the shower. It's great, but you really got to really lather up. Just water won't cut it because it starts to get like almost sticky. So I think this is just a better product to use dry, you know, but just my 2 cents. But anyway, works great. If you're in the market for a body shaver, definitely check them out. Kensen is the brand. They also a gentleman for the guys rocking the bald head. You know, they have the head trimmers and a whole bunch of other products. So check them out. Links in the description. I want to thank Kensen for the generosity in collaborating with Fat Cat Collections. As always, it's appreciated. And I hope this video brought some use or brought some information to some of you. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day and take care.